So there's a trend of lying against immigrants and arresting them. A Mexican woman, I believe in Minnesota somewhere, said the police broke into her house. She refused to open the door. The immigration broke into her house. And they said somebody called them to say her children's life was in danger. And they wanted to use that to arrest her and took her to immigration prison. So with me, I was using the bathroom last year, November 14th of 25, and the police lied and they heard somebody called them and said I stole a phone. And they searched in the bathroom and stuff, didn't find no phone. You know, I said they want to check with the psych ward. Apparently, Eric Adams, Trump said Eric Adams is going to assist him to deport immigrants. And the federal prosecutors that was handling the case against Eric Adams for Turkish government bribing him said Trump can appoint a mayor while he's under criminal charges to be helping him deport immigrants. So the federal prosecutor said they don't want the case dismissed and they resigned from the case because Trump said he wants the case dismissed. So apparently I criticized Trump. So Trump wanted to use Eric Adams to get me deported. Because since I started criticizing Trump, Eric Adams became mayor and he said the police should be arresting homeless for every little thing. Said if you sleep on the train, they shall arrest you. And as an immigrant, the more they arrest you, the police arrest you, the more you're going to get deported. Because you're not allowed to break the law as an immigrant. So this Trump appointed Eric Adams to set me up for deportation. I criticized Trump a lot. In 2011, I used to go gamble in this hotel called Trump Casino, and I won money. It's in Trump Casino and Taj Mahal, Atlantic City. And I won a lot of money, and they called the police in 2011 to chase me out of the hotel. Didn't pay me the money I won. Now a U.S. Senator McKelly is investigating Trump. Said they've got reports that people want money in this casino and he didn't pay them the money they want, and he declared bankruptcy and closed down the casino. I was one of the victims. So Senator Mike Kelly from Arizona said they're going to investigate him soon and maybe impeach him. So this Trump decided to get ahead of the U.S. Congress and try to deport me by using Eric Adams to set me up with the police. Eric Adams was the mayor for the past 4 years. So that and his payment to Eric Adams was to drop the criminal charges against Eric Adams. If Eric Adams can get me deported. So they're selling immigrants. Criminals like Trump and Eric Adams. They're negotiating to set themselves free because this Trump could go to prison after he leaves the White House because it was duping people with his hotel in Atlantic City, and they said they found enough victims. So Trump has been trying to deport me, and he decided to collaborate or collude with Eric Adams, who was also about to go to prison for taking bribery. So I'm the immigrant that used as a scapegoat. I'm a witness to the corruption of both politicians who have U.S. passport. Trump has U.S. passport. Eric Adams has U.S. passport. I'm a Nigerian. So they're selling immigrants to set themselves free. So I'm a witness. I'm being intimidated. So Eric Adams brought a policy that the police should be arresting homeless. Any little thing we do. If we sleep on the train, arrest us. You know? So they try to arrest me and they make up. The reason why I'm shouting is because the train is loud and sometimes when I record some people can hear it. And I don't want to look like I'm just a crazy person mumbling. You know, so they shouldn't arrest me for shouting. Yeah, I'm talking a little loud. People even have their headphones on. They can't really hear me. Almost everybody has their headphones, but they can't hear me. But the train is making a noise. So sometimes when I record stuff, nobody can hear me. On my recording, and people sitting next to me can't really hear. You know, so America has everywhere in the world, like Germany, they invested in trains that are silent. They run silent, they don't make noise. You can hear this one making a noise. I don't know how to recreate that noise. But you can hear the roar of the rolling train. In Germany, they invested in newer technology trains that run faster without making noise. That doesn't shake. This one shakes, and sometimes my head would almost burst on the floor. When shaking, every little thing shake. So these are other model trains. They refuse to modernize. Even China has speed trains that run faster. And it's okay if you don't want to invest in the latest technology. But to now be setting immigrants up for arrest because Trump doesn't want to go to prison for casino debt, and Ricardo doesn't want to go to prison. See, the train is rumbling. You hear that? And it's shaking. I use extra rope to tie it. I put my brakes on. I leave ample space for people to walk. And still, they try to blame me for everything. Sometimes they will lie I'm blocking all the doors and stuff. Just to set me up for the past 4 years. Eric Adam left the office this year, January 1, 2026. So I'm a victim of criminal conspiracy. I was using the bathroom last year, November 14, 2025. That day, synonymous with my mother's daughter's birthday, Bolale, my mother's daughter, was moving with a narcotic gang that killed me for money and has since poisoned my mother and stole all my mother's property. So I guess they were trying to kill me on that day. So my mother's daughter, to brag to my mother's daughter, they chose a day that is similar to her birthday. She was born on August 14. They arrested me on November 14 in the bathroom, 2025. And they lied and someone said I stole a phone. And they searched me in the bathroom and everything, didn't find no phone. So I said I want I want to file a harassment report, and it should whoever called the police, called 911. I said I need their name in the criminal in the harassment report. I said no, we're not going to give any harassment report. We're going to frame your fraud and call you crazy and lock you up. So Ricardo told us to be doing that. Anytime we encounter a homeless, we should lock them up. That's the help they need, and put them in the psych ward. And I told them, no, you can't do that because the law was also changed, banning Ricardo from being able to do that. Anytime you want to lock somebody up in the psych ward, you have to call a nurse. And the nurse has to interview me. And I said, I'll tell the nurse I was using the bathroom, minding my business, and you broke the door open and dragged me out of the bathroom. Say somebody said I stole a phone, and there was no stolen phone on me, and they decided to frame me up as crazy. I said any nurse wouldn't allow you to lock me up. And I said, if we can't lock you up, they were going to, in the cycle, they were going to lock you up. And lie that you were disrupting our investigation. I said, there's no way I'm disrupting the investigation. If I'm telling you that you made a mistake and I want you to stop searching my bag, you were searching my bag illegally, and I told you to stop searching my bag. So, I have the right to my property. I'm not your slave. And so they told me, we're going to lie that you are physically aggressive. I said, you put me in handcuffs. And I was recording everything I was saying. So these are criminals working with Eric Adam and Trump. And these are so-called law enforcement. They're criminals lying against people. And you can hear us negotiating. And they were saying, we're going to just keep making up lies until we find one that sticks. They said I was disrupting the investigation because I was telling them, don't search my property, I have the right, don't put your hand in my bag. I said I was yelling. I said, of course, I don't want you to go into my property without a search warrant. I was telling go get a search warrant. Yeah, I've called you a thief. I said, don't touch my property, you thief. I said, I'm going to lie that I was aggressive. So I beat them up. I said, I was in handcuffs the whole time. The only thing I had left was my voice, and then you put something in my mouth, cover my mouth with a mask. I couldn't breathe, so shut up. Because I kept telling you, don't touch my property. I don't want your hands on my property, don't steal my stuff. So this has gone berserk. This is no longer like a democracy. This is like the Wild Wild West. So earlier, some of the train conductors were making fun of me. So they were saying shit. Because the last time I was using the bathroom, in November 14, 2025, the police came and arrested me. So this man down, he said the police should be arresting homeless, that if they don't have housing, it means they're crazy. 17 people have died. I've been contacting Mandani since last year. That please help me. I was arrested wrongfully. While he was still assembling, I didn't help him. So this Mandani is an immigrant who's now working for the establishment and going against his fellow immigrants now, mayor. So he's not supposed to continue arresting people. So one of the times they arrested me also, they stole my green card. You know, they had a guy slap me in 2019. Trump was president then. On July 20, 2019. The number 23 is also significant with my mother's daughter's birthday for the son of another daughter called Flora. Those daughters, Bolali and Flora, killed my mother in 2015. They were poisoned her with a counterfeit poison, and my mother went to the hospital. She also has a heart problem. And they went to the hospital also and told the hospital to lock her up in the mental ward. And they've been stealing my mother's property. Since she died, you know, I didn't get nothing. You know, and now the police have been trying to kill me because I'm a witness to a lot of crimes. Trump was duping immigrants like me in his casino in 2011. Trump hotel a casino, and they said the Congress wants to investigate him. And this Eric Adams also is trying to help Trump because Trump has power as the president to pardon him. They found that Eric Adams was collecting bribery from Turkish government, even Chinese government. You know, so they both now want to eliminate me as a potential witness. So this Eric Adams was helping Trump set up immigrants like me, having the police harass me, said the police are going to go after our homeless, and they were criminalizing everything about homeless people. They said if you dare sleep on the train, the police will arrest you. You know, so they can give me a criminal check and deport me fast. You know, even the federal prosecutor was hinting to the court. The judge's name was Dale Ho. Last year, saying they disagree with the Trump administration direction that Eric Adams should be set free, that he needs it for immigration enforcement. So you cannot hire a criminal to become head of immigration. So the two is in conflict. But the judge said, you know, since Trump said he needs Eric Adams for immigration work, they were dismissing the criminal charges. And the federal prosecutor resigned, said this is bribery. You're not allowed to bribe a criminal because Trump is trying to eliminate me because I'm a witness to him. His hotel, the Congress wants to investigate him, that his hotel was duping clients like me and didn't pay us the money we want in his casino in 2011. And since then, Trump tried to hit me with his car in 2014. I've been under their surveillance because of my immigration case. So everything I say, I record everything. And the FBI also taps into my recording, you know, through my phone. So please, the Congress has to investigate Trump and Eric Adams. So right now, I'm being denied shelter. Every shelter I go to, they turn me away. Even when people are freezing to death. And this Mayor Mandani said he stole the shelter to accept everybody. So I went to the Brooklyn prosecutor's office. That I'm a victim of a crime. They have a special shelter for crime victims. And they told me to go and wait outside. They're going to call the taxi to take me there. I waited for 1 hour, no taxi showed up. You know, they were making fun of me. So Trump has directed the law enforcement in America to not help me and just try to find a way to arrest me and deport me. You know, so it has turned to the Wild Wild West. And as I was on the train, some of the train worker was shouting, shit. You know, the last time they arrested me in the bathtub. And when the train got to Times Square, I noticed the police officers were hiding. Waiting at the platform there where I'm sitting. You know, so I guess they want to find an excuse to arrest me again. Said I'm homeless and I refuse to get shelter. When I applied for shelter, they don't deny me. You know, and they said once they can frame you up as just a crazy person, they can just kill you. And nobody will pity you. So they are killing people. My mother's been killed. A black American helping me. Every corner they went and killed him on my birthday. Since the police took my home on Pine Island, trying to check. Kicked my mother out of the basement apartment that I called over under Bloomberg. I've not had peace for 15 years. Every day I'm being jumped, I'm being bullied. So please, the Inspector General of the MTA, we are investigating the MTA for denying bathroom access to customers. They go beyond denying bathroom access, they try to kill me with the police.
The next stop is
One day, like yesterday or 2 days ago,
Stand clear of the
on
closing
Thursday
doors,
night,
please.
somebody doodled all over the floor of the Atlantic Avenue train station near the elevator that goes to number 2 downtown train. And near the staircase, and people were stepping on the doodle. I was telling people, don't step on it, don't touch doodle. I was recording everything. And people didn't pay me no mind because a lot of people take over shit like crazy. And after the step on it, people were like, oh shit, that's doodle. You know. So I record everything. Yeah, they are locking up the bathrooms early. And even for 4 years, between 2020 and 2024, they locked up every bathroom in the subway. Just to deny me access to the bathroom as I was suing the police and stuff. So the MTA, some of the workers told me the NYPD told them to set me up and get me angry so the police can kill me in the train. And one of the things that they try to use to get me angry is to deny me access to the bathroom. I have diarrhea. I'm a homeless immigrant. I'm homeless for 15 years. They deny me shelter and they arrest me anytime I use the bathroom. They've arrested me in 2019. After I left the bathroom, they arrested me near the train station, very careful Avenue. Stole all my ID, stole my credit card, stole my money. And now, they always try to arrest me if I dare use the bathroom. They say that's the worst torture you can put somebody through. They say a lot of people have been committing suicide, especially if you deny them access to the bathroom, especially a lot of gays. I was born a boy, I'm not a girl. So this is my diarrhea pills I use, but it doesn't always work. So as to avoid me using the bathroom. You know, and they said you can die of stomach obstruction. Your colon could rupture. A woman died here some years ago. She was trying to use the bathroom and she couldn't find the bathroom. And her colon ruptured, she died. I heard Elvis Presley was constipated and he died in the bathroom. He had a heart attack while he was trying to have a bowel movement. In China, a guy was trying to pee and he was drunk and he couldn't wake up in time to pee. His bladder ruptured and he died. So this is attempted murder by Trump and Eric Adams, in which they have infected the police force with anti-immigrant hatred and told the police to set me up, criminally charge me, or even lock me up under psychiatric detention. They said, you know, they can call you depressed. There are countries in the world where they kill depressed people through medically assisted suicide. So they say my mother's daughters just want to rob and kill. You know, they've already killed the daughters violent fraud, the one named Funka in Nigeria. Their friend, my mother was crazy, locked her up and killed her here in the American hospital, Bellevue, 2015. And the police is trying to assist them to kill me also. So this Eric Adams and Trump, they've been saying they want the homeless locked up. Anyway, just lock them up in prison, in mental ward. So every day they try to lock me up. If I dare use the bathroom, they'll say I stole something, you know, and they'll be searching my bag. And if I dare tell them not to search, they'll say I'm crazy, I'm disrupting the investigation, you know. So they said they're going to make me depressed and make me commit suicide. So they're always arresting me wrongfully. My mother has been killed, a black American American has been killed. This is torture. MTA Inspector General investigate this. My life is not safe. They deny me shelter and they're asking out in the police make me look like I'm just a problem. I refuse to obtain services. In which I said I want a secure shelter. I want the one for crime victims. You know, because my mother used to stay in a general shelter before. And they gave us a lot of trouble in 2010. We were sharing the bathroom with people and we were about to see the police. So the police was hiring people to harass us. They brought weapons at us. There was even a day me and mother fell asleep. We noticed they had put a white powder on our bed. And it was like an anthrax. My mother ended up in the hospital. She had blood coming from her nose. I ended up in the hospital. I had blood coming from my nose. In 2011, that stuff was anthrax, but the diagnosis was pneumonia. Fast forward to last year, they said some black Americans were dying in Harlem during the summer. And the hospital misdiagnosed them as pneumonia, 40 of them died. They didn't diagnose them as having infection from Legionnaires. Their air conditioning in the building had a Legionnaires infection, but the hospital didn't pick it up. So they always misdiagnose people in New York City hospitals. You know, they let 40 people in the building die until somebody said no. They suspended the air conditioning may have engineers. And that's when they evacuated the building, but 40 people have died. The medical facilities here, they are very inadequately trained. They don't pick up diseases early. It's too late. Me and my mother was poisoned in a Brooklyn shelter, 800 East 12th Street, with an anthrax. At that time, Hillary Clinton was saying somebody was selling white packages to her, and that's how tested positive for anthrax. She was a U.S. Senator, former First Lady. And me and my mother also was criticizing the police, and people would try to beat us up in the shelter, and somebody put a white powder in our room. And we started having blood come from our nose. My mother almost died. We both ended up in the hospital in 2011. And the diagnosis was as pneumonia, it was anthrax. Blood was gushing from our nose. No pneumonia will make blood gushing. That's how anthrax kills you. You know? And since then, the kid Eric Garner that was helping me as I was trying to file a lawsuit to expose all this, they went and killed him in 2014 on my birthday. So it's been killing, and all kinds of abuses. So please, MTA Inspector General of the Police, now the NYPD are arresting me anytime I use the bathroom. They did in 2019 after I used the bathroom. An MTA worker threatened me. July 20th, 2019, so you're done today. And I recorded him. And later on that day, near the train station, they had a guy slap me. And then the police came and arrested me. Said I was fighting. They sent me up with the guy to fight. You know, they always attack me that area, the police camera. People will bring swords to attack me. Because I always beg for money that area. They sell little kids to spit at me, punch me. You know, and I called the police will hang up the phone on me. And they said they got to slap me while I was looking for money. But people always give me a lot of money that area, very rich and money. I had thousands of dollars saved up to buy a house. And the police came and arrested me, put me in handcuffs, took me to the mental ward, and stole my luggage. That has my green card, my credit card, my debit card, and thousands of dollars I was going to buy a house. And that was it. I never got my money back, my luggage back. Until today, anytime I use the bathroom in the train station, they'll call the police to arrest me. You know, and today they were shouting shit to the train workers. And I saw the police at 42nd Street as this train is going downtown. Wait by the train door. You know, and they've been having people arrest me, send me for arrest. So please, MTA Inspector General, investigate this. So you can get a report that if you let a customer use the bathroom, they go beyond denying access to the bathroom. They have me robbed and beat up, arrested, handcuffed for their using the bathroom. Okay. You know, so this is very serious. And also, federal prosecutors resigned from the Eric Adams case, said they have information Trump is bribing him to get immigrants wrongfully arrested. And I wrote a letter to the judge, and they invited Eric Adams to testify on that oath. That is Trump helping you because he's bribing you to set up an immigrant? And Eric Adams raised his hand up and said, no, Trump is not bribing me to set up an immigrant. So that he lied under perjury. Since he lied, he went and posted, because I was telling everyone online, posting messages online told the judge is lying. And this Eric Adams threatened, said some of you Negroes want him gone. He said, are you crazy? Are you mad? Nigeria is formed from the word Negro. Nigeria. So that's the history of Nigeria. The British coined that term Nigeria. It wasn't called Nigeria before. You know, so I'm a Nigerian, and this Eric Adams threatened me after Trump released him from prison. He said, some of you Negroes want me removed from office. He said, are you crazy? Are you mad? And that same year, the police came and arrested me, locked me up for using the bathroom. They said they were going to put me in a cycle. You know, my leg is still broken from that lockup. And even though Mandani's mayor refused to help me, he's tallying with the white establishment. He was an immigrant that became a U.S. citizen. And they say immigrants always feel the need to sell their fellow immigrants out. So I keep their own American dream. So please, Inspector General, investigate this and allow these politicians to be arrested for forming a gang to abuse the Nigerian immigrants. I'm also a gay immigrant. Under the Matthew Shepard federal law, Matthew Shepard was a gay white guy. Some white people beat up and killed. Since there is any attempt to hurt a gay person, it's life in prison. So they deny me access to the bathroom. People are shitting all over the floor. They will sometimes lock up the bathroom for 4 years, between 2020 and 2024. A guy took me home. I was begging for a friend. Down from Nigeria. I don't have the place to use the bathroom. Some people ignored me, but God said to come to his house. In 2020, during the COVID, and he raped me. You know, and he said he wanted sex and raped me and threw me out of his house. So I've been getting raped, I've been getting abused, my green card has been stolen, while the NYPD has been using the bathroom to arrest me and beat me up. But they say they don't want me to use the bathroom in America. You know, so this is serious, and this Trump has gotten involved. Trump was even making fun of me, calling Nigeria shithole. Because I've been snitching that I should arrest him since 2011. This hotel, they duped me and won money in this hotel called Trump Casinos and Taj Mahal. They took me for bankruptcy and they never paid me a damn thing
Clear
down.
of the closing doors,
They did it
please.
to a lot of people. You know, and since then he became president, called Nigeria shithole. You know, to intimidate me. So please investigate it. New York City Council, I know there's a new speaker. I don't remember the pronunciation of your name. So please, the last speaker, Adams, the black American woman, she refused to help me. I hope you new speaker of the city council, you can investigate this. The police department and Trump and Eric Adams blocking the toilet in the subway to arrest immigrants like me to leave America or to kill me. Because I'm a witness to the crimes committed by Trump and Eric Adams. You know, and somebody shit all over the Atlantic Avenue. Floor, people are stepping on it. And some people in New York City are afraid to investigate this because they know people are going to sue. People are stepping over human doo-doo. In Long Island, a white guy blocked the sewage system and people couldn't flush the toilet anymore. Everything was backing up. When they arrested him, they charged him with felony. Like life in prison. This Trump and Eric Adams, this charge of blocking the sewage system in the subway
Stand clear of the
and
closing
causing people to
doors,
step on
please.
doo-doo is a serious offense. And they will both, if they're found guilty, they may never come out of prison. You know, a guy did in Long Island. Said he went and messed up the sewer system on the street. And when people flush the toilet tobacco, I think they gave him like almost 40 years in prison. It's a felony to damage a sewage system or terrorize people. So this is a serious problem. And the city of New York and the legislature will be trying to cover it up because they're afraid of paying lawsuits. This country never paid for slavery that killed 10 million blacks. This country always find a way not to pay. This time around, you gotta pay. The social media is available now, and trying to cover this up will only lead to more liability. So you have, you know, some of your corrupt politicians have been caught with their plants down, denying causing sewage to be splattered all over the floor by trying to harm me by locking up the bathrooms and arrest me anytime I use the bathroom. And somebody did it at 9 p.m. all over the floor, Atlantic Avenue. I recorded it. And since then, the police have been trying to arrest me. One police officer told me that day, said, "You fucking guy, was trying to beat me up on 86th Street and 5th Avenue. I was born a girl, but your police always call me a boy. Said, you fucking guy." I was trying to lay hands on me for recording. And they stole my blanket. I had a warmer blanket I used from prison that 17 people are from prison. They denied me shelter, the broken prosecutor's office. So this is an attempted murder. Please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. If you don't have Cash App, go to my Cash App, get my name, Google search it, send me a message on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Tell me where I can meet and take cash. The way to contact me is through my Cash App, NYC Homeless. You can get all my information, my full name. Google search my full name. You'll find my Instagram account, my Facebook account, YouTube. Tell me how you can help me with cash. This affects all of you on the train. They are arresting you for using the bathroom. Your family will be arrested. It's been they really want to arrest, but they arrested other people in the meantime. So it wouldn't look like I'm the only one they arrested in the bathroom. So please, they're using you as a human shield. They say war criminal ties they will kill many people just to escape going to prison. So this Trump and Eric Adams, they've been caught with a clean sale of committing crimes, and they would rather cause the police to kill many people, including me as a witness. So please, to be for one, to be for her. My cash app is NYC Homeless. Contact me by first cash app or Googling my name on my cash app, Babatunde Alapopo, that's my journey. You find this phone on my cash app. And contact me on Instagram, no conditional charge donation. And the things what's going on. Yeah, and all the lawyers refuse to help me. Legal aid, the free lawyers. So I have to be trying to help myself, seeking donations for one. So everybody else watching this video, I'm seeking non-conditional charitable donation to my cash app, NYC Homeless. I see how the train conductors are looking at me. They told them to be looking for signs of mental illness. People that you're poor, don't have a place to stand your place. And they're setting me up. The Brooklyn prosecutor's office, a woman named Anna Maria, she told me not to record her. She lied that she already called the cops to take me to the shelter. And they never called any cab. I waited outside the cold for. She told me to go and stand on Adams Street. Because Eric Adams said, he issued a threat online this year. Because I've been trying to get him arrested, and there was a stage fight. I think he purposely set up that fight with a white woman at the airport to threaten me with deportation. And the white woman was telling Eric Adams, that she should go ahead and punch her in her face. People was punching. And he was telling her, don't make my Brooklyn side get you. Don't make my Brooklyn side. So since then, when I tell my comment, people try to harass me, call the police to lock me up in this station, Flatbush. The police always surround me late at night. Since I've been contacting the authorities to arrest Eric Adams for crimes of bribery by Turkey, because Trump said he struck the federal charges against him last year. But the New York City Department of Investigation said they want to reinstate those charges in the state court. And it's like they're just playing games. They're just waiting for me to be killed, and then they'll go like, oh, we're trying to bring charges against a kind of too bad. The witness didn't contact us, and the witness is not dead, so we drop the charges. So I contacted the New York City Department of Investigation, and I was like, Trump dropped the case in the corrupt matter for being filed for Turkish bribery of Eric Adams. I said, please bring the case in state court like you promised. I said, yes, for information, contact me, and they never contact me back. And since then, people try to arrest me, denying access to the ban. Even this my dad is telling me, that if you'll be locking up any homeless on the street, in the mental ward. So it's like the New York City Department of Investigation are waiting till I get killed, and they'll get dropped the charges, and even the witness are going to use it, is dead already. So this is crazy. They're killing foreigners to set Americans free. And this, if you want to set somebody free, go to court, ask for pardon, do it the proper way. Once these people get convicted, you, the prosecutor, can even write a letter to the president, to the governor. Yeah, even though this person is guilty and convicted, you still want them pardoned because you're such an important member of the society, whatever you want to say. But please don't obstruct justice. New York City Department of Investigation, and this has been investigated. I'm now looking up to you now, the Inspector General of the MTA. You are supposed to supervise activities of the employees here. So they have the staff watching me for signs of mental harassing me. And one day I put my blanket where I don't used to cover myself. As soon as I reported that somebody's defecated all over the floor, near the staircase, near the elevator that leads to the 2 train downtown platform on Atlantic Avenue. And I was reporting people stepping on the defecation. I was reporting telling people not to step on it. But a lot of people didn't take this here. Because this city, the officials like I regard them as mislabeled homeless people as crazy. So even though I was just a crazy person. And they would step on it, I was like, oh shit. So I'm trying to come and shout, oh shit. And just to scare me on this train. But they left the door open in the Bronx. And cold air was coming in, they left the door open. I was like 30 minutes, it's so cold. There's warning for sub-zero temperature. And the law is clear that when it's cold like that, wherever the house is heating on, if you leave the door closed, and what they normally do is to close multiple doors and just leave one door open. That way the heat is controlled. But today they left one door throughout today since last night. And when the train gets outside, it's not underneath the clouds. But in the Bronx and Wakefield Avenue, the last stop there, the train is an open outside facility upstairs. So the cold air keep coming in, and I'm shaking, everybody shaking, I'm coughing, I'm sneezing. So they want to kill me pneumonia. I make it look like I'm just a crazy foreigner. Even this stuff, they love the foreigners are crazy. And they come here for mental health. So to make it easy for the killing, to dismiss any criminal charges, and for the jury to dismiss any evidence I have that I've been purposely tortured. So the Brooklyn prosecutor's office is not run by a gang that is loyalist to Ricardo. Cause I went there to apply for shelter, and the Spanish woman that was making fun of me and told me to go outside and told me to walk like 2 blocks away to another street called Adams Street. And I was like, Adams Street, this is the guy that wants to kill me. Why are you telling me to go and wait on Adams Street and you're going to send a cab to me? And they didn't send no cab. I waited 1 hour. And this Ricardo must have tracked me. There's some Negroes want to get rid of him. I was the one who was referring to. The dress is from the one in Gary, the British from the one in. Yeah, said some niggas want to get rid of him. Say, are you crazy? Are you mad? Say, we'll see. They said the best way the police kill people in America is to call you crazy. So they always try to drive me mad. This lady, she calls her Maria. I said, what's your full name, Maria? She said, she only wants to call me by Maria. She works at the prosecutor's office. Family Justice Center. They're supposed to provide you with a shelter. I'm a victim of trafficking. When my mother brought me here, her daughters have killed us, stole my immigration document, and the police stole the rest. And my mother was my sponsor for my immigration status green card. So she was one helping me with money. So now I don't have any money. She was a U.S. citizen, and she fought a green card for me. But under the green card rule, the sponsor has to provide you with money while you have a green card. If you're broke, so my mother was providing me money, now they've killed her. So I'm a victim of trafficking, human trafficking. I'm left destitute, and my mother's daughter's Polani fraud, the one that killed her when they were trying to rob her. Poison her with counterfeit poison. She reported to the police went up in Pittsburgh, in New York, country. They live in Pittsburgh, the daughters live in Pittsburgh. My mother went to stay with after the police took me and my mother from Thailand. I killed my friend, the guy that was helping us with the court because I tried in court, 13 CV files of us, broken for them. I said that my mother has been killed, and I went to Brooklyn Prosecutor's office, and they were mocking me. They will hang up the phone when I talk to them on the phone, and they'll tell me go contact immigration. I'm like, I'm also scared of immigration, because under this Trump, when you go to immigration office as an immigrant, there's no telling you're going to be able to walk back outside. They will slam you on the floor. Even some of the Congress people are going to the Federal Plaza to the immigration office to tell them to stop arresting immigrants excessively. Even immigrants with papers, those have been bailed out. You never know when they're going to arrest you. Mistakenly or whatever. So somebody called my phone on February 2, after I reported the Brooklyn Prosecutor's Office to the New York State Commission on Ethics and Governance. And that was the only time they would call me from the Brooklyn Prosecutor's Office. And this guy said his name is Antonio, wouldn't tell me his last name. And told me I'm going to contact him from the immigration to talk. He was along. I hung up on him. So I called him back, he hung up again. And I went to the office to apply for shelter assistance because they have the Family Justice Center for people that are victims of family abuse, and domestic violence, and criminal gangs. And this woman said, name Maria. She told me, go back outside. Go and wait on Adams Street. I'm like, your office is looking on J Street. Why can't I wait downstairs? Say, comply with what I'm telling you. Go and wait on Adams Street. We're going to send you a cab in 90 minutes. And I went there, I waited 1 hour, no, they didn't send me no cab. So they're telling me they're not going to get justice, even with the prosecutor. We are aligning with Adams, the former mayor. We're going to make it in Brooklyn. And it is Eric Adams threatened this year. Says Brooklyn side will go after its haters. You know, so I was referred to the Brooklyn prosecutor's office, and there's street gangs around that area. They used to punch me, beat me up. I used to call 911 throughout last year that Ricardo was mayor and all the 4 years. The other little kids that were punching people, beating them in front of the prosecutor's office, J Street area. And I would call 911 and the police would come. I said, where's the kid? I said, they ran away. They said, stop calling 911, you're lying. No kid punched you, so we're going to lock you up. You're calling 911 lying. So you're crazy. And they said a Spanish guy, Puerto Rican guy, around 2024 went and sat around that area, further down in front of Tiger Store. And those kids appeared and started punching him, and he fought back and he stabbed him dead, Michael Hernandez. So I've been calling the prosecutor's office, please investigate this, and it's been declining, doesn't respond back. Now I know why. Eric Adam, those kids work for Eric Adam. And Eric Adam touching this year said, said all he said that he staged a fight with a white woman at the airport. And the woman was saying, hit me in the face, Eric Adam punched me, go ahead. And Eric Adam said, be careful, my Brooklyn side will get you. Those kids used to punch me in the face. Those kids used to punch me in the face. That's what they do, they punch me in the face. And a Spanish guy, Michael Hernandez, fought back and they stabbed him dead. And the Brooklyn prosecutor refused to prosecute. So they turned America to the Wild Wild West, where government thugs, NYPD thugs working for Trump, NYPD thugs working for Eric Adam with the prosecutor, are going after witnesses. I was using the bathroom on November 14th, and yesterday was my mother's daughter's birthday, it was on August 14th. And the police surrounded me, said I stole something, and picked me up, searched my phone, without a warrant. I was telling them, don't search nothing for me without a warrant. I said, shut up. So we're going to arrest you for disturbing investigation. I said, no, I have the right to my property. I have the right to tell you not to touch my property without a warrant. And they dragged me to the psych ward. They said they were going to put me in the psych ward. I told them they can't do that. The law has changed, I know my right. I said, you have to call a nurse. And I'll tell the nurse, you came to the bathroom, said I stole a phone, you didn't see nothing stolen, and you still want to call me crazy. I said, no, nurse will take me to the psych ward. I said, even if they take me to the psych ward, they'll tell you nothing. I said, people will find out the truth, but I always post online. So we're going to lock you up. So you stopped the investigation. You were shouting, don't touch your bag. I said, I have the right to my property. You can't tell me to comply with an illegal search. I said, the Fourth Amendment said, you're free from illegal search. I said, you are the criminal. And if you want to lock me up in prison, so that was disrupting the investigation. And then a few days later, Trump went to Venezuela and kidnapped the Venezuelan president and brought him down the street from the Chambers Street station. It's in the massive federal court. So it's intimidating me that he has the power to arrest foreign president, and there's no way my testimony will be taken serious. He has the power to bully everybody, including the prosecutors. So I believe he brought the Venezuelan president here and kidnapped the president. And that same month he was saying that he's going to invade Nigeria soon, they're going to take Nigeria over. And 7 Venezuelan police came into the bathroom to get me. So I believe that was a collaboration between Eric Adam and Trump. So they're using intimidation and progress, and they're trying to drive me crazy, torture non-stop. Even this Trump was saying he's going to be a dictator as soon as he becomes president again. He was saying that 2024. And this lady that was running for office, Kamala, was saying that Trump is going to be a dictator. She has information that she was vice president Biden. And nobody talked to me. As a foreigner, or people try to love me to check my race, they want to get money on wisdom. I said I'm not looking for money. They got to know my race when I said I'm not looking for money. I was talking about this to you. They tried to intimidate me and to force me to lower my standard so that I can agree to marriage, that I can get money also from my pain and suffering, as I'm not looking to bribe anyone. So please donate to my cash app and my homeless. I'm a victim of sex trafficking with the US government, New York City government involved. They said they used to do this routinely during slavery, sex trafficking, and never paid. And they're bringing those days back. Okay? Even this Trump's friend, Cass Martinez, owns ABC Radio. He's a good member, and he always talks on the radio. And they've been playing songs like Happy Days, every day, Happy Days, and they've been laughing, interviewing Trump, and they've all been laughing. And one of the workers on the BBC radio will be saying Dominic Carter is a black American. and they used to threaten immigrants. Say you immigrants, when Trump comes back to office, it's going to be ice, baby, ice. So you understand when it happens. Like 2 years ago, was threatening. So right now, people have been threatening that they're going to kill me, and they're all going to make false claim that I told them to have babies for me. I'm a member of the court, and when they kill me, they'll get all the money on my behalf. So I believe that they want to kill me. So I'm not a member of any court. I didn't authorize anybody to make a baby for me when I'm dead or when I'm alive. I was born a boy, I'm not a girl. And I don't have any child, I'm married. So in case I die or I'm killed, only civil rights activists like me, they haven't denied me over the time to administer my state. I get this from my late mother. No family member or friends to administer my state or get anything from my state. Only civil activists like me that haven't denied me to get justice from my late mother and administer my state and donate the rest of my state to those earnings or assets, to the financial contribution to those serving to the people like my late mother and those being deported by trust to even protect for assistance also. Don't stop in the trade, I'm going to tell you. Watching for crazy people. These are the treat me crazy over. They took my passport and everything, stole everything. And they don't deny me shelter. And they're putting me out as a witness for Eric Adams, against Eric Adams committing crimes against Trump. In his hotel, they stole my gambling money I won. They didn't give it to me. I called the police to chase me in 2011. And the U.S. Senator Mark Kelly said they found information. He did that to a lot of people. And they want to investigate it. This Trump casino. And the local prosecutors here, even the federal prosecutors, tell me. They're just talking around circles around me. So once again, only civil activists like me and my like me to administer my state and get justice from my late mother in case I die or killed. No family member or friend should administer my state or get justice from my state. And and the rest of my state assets, the rest of charitable donations, those services to the people of the and those being deported by trust for sisters. And nobody should make a movie about me. When I was young, people told me I look like Michael Jackson. I don't look like him anymore. And nobody should make a movie about me, whether related to Michael Jackson or whatever. No movie should be made about me unless I'm alive to participate in the movie, and I'm alive to market it. I'm very guarded about my image, even when the immigration arrested me in 2000. I said they were going to deport me to Nigeria, and I told them I'm not safe in Nigeria. My father used to abuse me, and they told me to have any witnesses. I said no, I didn't tell nobody. Because I said even my mother's daughter, I said no, only my mother saw what happened to me. She came to the judge to get me. I said because I'm introverted and I don't like to talk about my personal life unless my mother draws like this, so I'm talking because I'm being threatened with death. So you can find that interview in my file. Immigration file number is 7795468. So it's already on record. I'm not, I'm very guarded about my image. I don't really talk about my personal life, my private life to my mother's daughters. I just talk to them about general stuff. So, and I wouldn't even trust them to be honest, to depict me in any movie. Even they said the Michael Jackson daughter, Paris, is saying she knows stuff about her father that the movie she's not saying. So, to forestall such inaccuracies, since the case I die or I'm killed or anything bad happens to me, and I'm not able to ascend or whatever, no movie should be made about me, period, unless I'm alive and well, I'm participating in that movie, I'm not getting it. So I'm very guarded about my image. And also, yes, my further disclaimer, I solemnly swear under United States federal laws and other relevant laws and U.S. Constitution that I'm seeking non-conditional charitable donations to my cash app and also with an to me person, and or student loan to my cash app and also with an to me person. And I'm not seeking, some sort of United States federal laws that I'm seeking non-conditional charitable donations to my cash app and also with an to me person, and or student loan to my cash app and also with and to me person to various such student loans have interest rates similar to those charged by commercial banks for student loans or the ones charged by US government for student loans success in America. You know, nothing more, no interest in other than that. I don't want to exploited or priced gouged. You know, and I'm not looking for surrogacy, and I'm married with anyone, and I'm never to any cultural gang, whether sexual, religious, or social cultural gang. And I'm not looking for friendship with anyone, whether secret friendship or open friendship. And I'm not looking to be a member of any association where violent association, you know. So please respect my wishes and stop trying to trick or lure me. It's already of these things I'm not into through any means, you know. Because, you know, people here in America have always abused immigrants or foreigners, robbed them. People saw the Grammy. One person was shot in America was spotted on stolen land from the Indians. So they said there's been a culture here of robbing immigrants. So I get robbed all the time. My cell phone, my green card has been stolen by the police. Money has been stolen by the police. Social security number has been stolen by the police. For the past 7 years, the prosecutors here won't help me. And now the Brooklyn prosecutor's office is pledging allegiance to Eric Adams. And this Eric Adams was posting about it. Early this year, he fought with a woman at the airport and was saying his Brooklyn side would show up against Satan. And they were showing up already. You know, and they're hiring street gangs, young kids, to beat up people all over New York City. They're beating me up in Queens. And one day I saw Eric Adams' mother in Queens, Jamaica, and the guy came and sucker punched me in the stomach with a chair. I called 911, the police was laughing. Eric Adams was 2 million then. You know, and the guy was threatening me as soon as I was entering the U-train from World Trade Center. See, you're going to get beat up. You're going to get beat up. You know, and I think I recorded the guy. The guy was fat like Eric Adams. The anytime I entered the U-train to go to Queens, the police would be pulling me out of the train so that I look crazy. In the middle of, you know, just trying to provoke me so they can kill me. So, Eric Adams, no, Eric Garner. Eric Garner was killed while trying to help me. And I guess he wants me also killed because he doesn't want me to be alive to enjoy justice. Because it's just black Americans hate Africans that we saw their ancestors to slavery and they're jealous and they don't want us here. Everybody said Eric Adams used to threaten me. There was a time I used to go use the bathroom on Court Street near his office. You know, the train station, Court Street station, women's bathroom. And the police would come and kick me out. He was the borough president of Brooklyn then, and he was very close to the police. And the police would come and kick me out. You know, wouldn't let me use the bathroom, wouldn't let the black Americans use the bathroom. So I'll go across the street from the Court Street station in front of Eric Adams' office. I say, you New York police, stop discriminating against me as an immigrant. I say in Ohio, they're letting undocumented immigrants get. I say in Iowa, they're letting undocumented immigrants get driver's licenses. I said in Ohio, they're letting Nigerian black people become a mayor in the town there. And I used to say, you New York police, stop discriminating against immigrants. And, you know, and stop bothering me, let me use the bathroom I have there here. And some workers in the Eric Adams office will come and tell me, get out of this neighborhood, get out of this. You know, and at that time also, I used to beg for money in that neighborhood. And I used to have a white blanket, I used to cover myself with a white blanket. So I didn't know under American culture, that means you're KKK. You know, somebody gave me a white blanket as I was begging for money. And I'll cover myself with a white blanket. So it's so cold, I'll cover my head with a white blanket. And I know a lot of black Americans who try to pick me up, they try to chase me away from the battle. So Eric Adams was across the street from me, and I guess he must have heard as this African always cover themselves with a black blanket. So he made up so he decided to have the police arrest me and steal my green card, steal everything from me, and turn me to a slave. You know, because the KKK used to use white blanket to kill his people. And it was just a mistaken, you know, cultural misinformation. I didn't know you can't use a white blanket to hate in American society. Somebody gave me a white blanket. I used to beg for money on the street. And that close to Eric Adams' office. You know, and I used to cover myself with a white blanket. Normally I cover myself with different blankets. Sometimes I used the white blanket because they were stealing my other blankets. All I had was my white blanket. So I used to cover myself up. I'll be shivering at night, so I'll cover my entire face. And I felt safe because there was a camera recording. You know, I would sit on top of my bags and I'll cover myself shaking, because the police took my home, I wouldn't give me a home. And I keep my friend guy while he was helping me, even though there's a court order at the Brooklyn Supreme Court. Yeah, they're supposed to put you in a hotel. And this Arigana was across the street from me. You know, as a Brooklyn president, and he was always helping people with civil rights issues, especially the fellow Black Americans. Every time I assist me as a Brooklyn president to put me in a shelter, he didn't do that. So I believe he was organizing the police, used to work as a police officer, to try to kill me in the bathroom for using a white sheet to cover myself in front of the prostitute. And somebody warned me, said, don't ever go to Brooklyn, we're going to fuck you up, nigga. You know, so I started going to other areas in Brooklyn, because, you know, and then they would hire little kids to be spitting on me, chasing me with, people would chase me with a sword. I'll call 911, the Black American police will hang up the phone, I'm gonna call 911. So we don't understand your accent, get the fuck out of here. You know, they were making fun of me when I go to use the bathroom. And on 14th Street on the airline, they put graffiti there, said die soon poser. They started making fun of my accent, saying I'm copying the American accent. Even when I go to Fulton and Franklin to beg for money, the Black Americans will be snatching my cup from my hand, stomping on the floor, and they're ready to kill me. You know, I used to shake my cup, they'll come and snatch the cup, slam it on the floor, say, well, fuck you up, nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You know, and I didn't understand, you know, why they were so angry at me. So apparently I used to cover myself with a white sheet, and I didn't know under the American culture, that means I support hatred. You know, and they'll be beating me up, slapping me, they'll be calling 911, the police will be laughing at me. Then finally, one day I was using the bathroom, on July 23rd, 2019, a day synonymous with my mother's daughter's birthday, Flora. Our son was born on December 23rd. You know, so they were trying to kill me, but they saw my mother's daughter was wanting me to kill again. And I killed people for money, so they went to press them to get rid of me. I have the daughters. You know, mess up an investigation to make me know I'm just a crazy person. I fight everybody, so the police rightfully killed me. So anybody that tries to protest will just, you know, fall flat on their face, and when my own family member decides to say stuff about me that's bad. You know, so on July 20, 2019, I went to use the bathroom on Prospect Park train station, and they had a member of their gang smoke bombed the bathroom. There was smoke all over. It was hot, but I always wear my jacket because I have the anemia and I always feel cold. You know, and so the person, they don't let me use the bathroom. They always try to set up a fight in the bathroom so they can call the police and say this person's crazy. You know, so they told that July 23rd, it was my mother's daughter's son's birthday, Flora. She killed my mother. And her son was born on the 23rd of December. You know, his name is Aida Jane. So as a gift to her, they wanted to kill me and have a gang tell her, you know, what time it is. I just claim the money because I didn't have any child. I'm gay, and killed me, my family member, with the money. And then share the money among them. So that day, July 2019, I went to the bathroom. You know, because that Prospect Park station is always vacant in the bathroom. So the nurse always bring me dogs and attack me. Even one of the dogs that used to follow me around, you know, came to that area. And I recorded him. So I was taking a picture of nigga, you know, and I was recording him. He always follows me around. And he always, you know, I thought he liked me because I was seeing everyone following me around. Then one day I was eating in a restaurant on Fulton and Franklin. This one at this point, this is going like this. You know, and he came in with some people and said these Africans, they saw our ancestors, and so we're going to fuck them up. We're going to start killing them. You know, they're not going to get justice. You know, they think they're going to be here getting justice. So again, a Black American gang decided to frame me because sometimes I put a white sheet over my head, begging for money, I'm shivering. I used to use different blankets, but they tried to, you know, set me up and make it look like, you know, they could kill me and then say, look, I used to use a white sheet and I got them angry. Because at that time, there was a law that says you can kill a gay person and argue in court that that gay person make you angry. It's called gay anxiety law. You know, they say some people due to their cultural belief, you know, they are opposed to gayness, and sometimes they can beat up a gay person and kill a gay person. You know, especially if the gay person expresses interest in them. It makes them tiny. It's got good tiny claw. So I noticed this black American guy would always show me his kittens and stuff when I'm walking on the street. And you know, why is this guy always following me around? And I always ignore him and stuff. Then one day I was sitting in the restaurant, Fulton and Franklin, and he came with a bunch of people and said these Africans were going to kill them. So they believe they can rob, sell our ancestors and destroy America. So it's not going to happen. So they're going to kill them, steal from them. And another African I never talked with is also homeless. He's from Senegal. He said as soon as I started talking with him, they came and stole his green card. And they stole my green card. They started to punch me, all over New York City. I even some years back, like 2-3 years, a black American trap rapper released a song was being played all over New York City radio. He said, "Get the fuck out of New York." And he's from Philadelphia. He said, "Get the fuck out of New York." He said, "You're soft, you're not welcome anymore. Get the fuck out of New York." This is Philadelphia.
Transfer is
He's a
available.
trap rapper, and I didn't understand why, why they were attacking Africans and stuff. I thought it was just the regular jealousy. I didn't realize they've already framed me up because somebody gave me a white sheet. They saw I always cover myself with a blanket because I feel cold all the time. So somebody stole all my blanket and another person brought me a white sheet to cover myself with. So I'm from Nigeria. I've been sitting in front of Eric Adams' office with a white sheet covering myself. I didn't know that's racist. And then black Americans would be jumping me, punching me. Even this black American rapper said, "Get the fuck out of New York. You're not welcome anymore." I forgot they were playing the song all over NYC radio. And I noticed she was talking about me. Saying you're soft, I slapped you in the face, and you couldn't even fight me. And yet they use women, men to be slapping me, punching me, as I'm begging for money everywhere I go. So if I stole my green card, stole my social security card, because I used to sit near Eric Adams' office with a white sheet over my head, begging for money, and nobody told me don't do this anymore. I didn't know. And this Eric Adams, the day the police arrested me in July 2019, framed me up as crazy, and they stole my green card. This Eric Adams on my mother's birthday, weeks later, he went to Harlem, Apollo Theater, in front of the Black American audience, and said, and he was saying stuff to mimic what I normally say when the police would attack me in front of his office. In the bathroom near his office, 4th Street, he was well presented. I said, in Ohio, they allowed Nigerians to come here. In Iowa, they let documentary immigrants have driving license. I said, New York, welcome immigrants. And this Eric Adams, after the police arrested me, stole my green card to disable me from working in America ever. Something to stay. This Eric Adams on my mother's birthday, around my mother's birthday. My mother was born January 19, January 20. So I put here in Harlem, in front of the Black American audience. He was inciting Black Americans against his foreign assassination. He said, "Go back to Ohio. Go back to Iowa. Say you outside, you're not welcome here in America anymore." He said, "You think you can come here and be equal to us?" Say, "We've been in New York for generations." Say, you're outsiders, you're not welcome. And the Black Americans was clapping. And this Eric Adams was also used the word Negro to refer to me. Because last year I contacted the judge, he said they should arrest him, they shouldn't send him to prison. Trump said he wants to free him. I said it's part of the gang. And the Turkish government started hiring Turkish people to jump me, chase me with swords anytime in Brooklyn. Because I used to use a white sheet to cover my head in front of Eric Adams' office. So Eric Adams felt insulted, and the Turkish government used to hire people to try to kill me as private Eric Adams. So in this stage, they wanted to end up in killing. They wanted to exploit that. And they believe they can go to court and be like, "Yo, that African was racist. That African will come into our office wearing a white sheet covering their head." And I didn't know that you're not allowed to use the white sheet to cover your head. That's racist. So they wanted to exploit that. So please turn to my cash app and once you're homeless, and kill me and use it as a justification. And I'm sure they knew I didn't.
Stand clear of the
You understand?
closing
Because
doors,
they come explain
please.
to me that what they're doing is racist. They knew I was from Africa, but they wanted to kill me and make me look like I was a street fighter. And and they empowered me. My gang killed their gang because I was inciting the KKK to start killing black Americans with white sheets over their head. So they was setting me up. And the Brooklyn prosecutor's office accused me just say, so they normally get to the bathroom. So a black American was, I think somebody, I didn't see them, but it sounded black, was saying shit. So they told them to attack him in the bathroom. They find a bathroom easy to attack me because I'm usually using the bathroom alone, nobody's there with me, so they bring in their thugs. Spanish stuff, black American, and the Spanish started fighting with me. So this is how thugs fight you in the prison. They come and ambush in the prison bathroom. This is what I'm going through. I'm exhausted. I can't even breathe. Inspector General Police, please have always wear my mask. But now I'm having a cold, so my nose is blocked. I'm with a mask, but I can't breathe at all. They live in the cold, the broken hospital office also. The lady named Maria, she's Spanish, some to go with another. Even though the hospital office was dead, some with another street in the morning, they just need shelter for crisis. I went up 1 hour. So they're pledging allegiance to Ricardo. So they're Ricardo's gang of racial hatred against Africans. And they're robbing Africans. And the US said they snatched them up, went and locked them up in the psych ward. Even this governor, Oku, hired a Nigerian nurse to target him. He says his name is Joshua. I said he's going to lock me up. I have to be a train station. I have to find somewhere else to go. So New York, go somewhere else. So we don't want you in New York anymore.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I can't even breathe. I can't breathe. I have flu.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So the whites are joining in and they found me easy for lynching and because they just came. I was a crazy African and I was inciting people to attack me. I was wearing white shit. I didn't even know. When the white shit in America, so it's against the culture. Nobody ever told me. Somebody stole my blanket. I always cover myself with all kinds of blankets. Also, I was always freezing and somebody tried to set me up. Stole all my blanket and gave me a white sheet in front of Ricardo's office. If you hear him, I said somebody steal my blanket. So I could cover myself with a white sheet. I used as justification to start massacring Africans. They really wanted to use as a ruse to kill Africans because then the black American used to follow me around. And he would be showing me penis all over. I'm running away from him. And then one day when he saw, I wasn't interested in him. Then he came with his gang. I was eating on 14 and Franklin, and he said, this Africans are going to kill that soul. I started following around still. Then he came to Prospect Park when I went to the bathroom. He said, they're going to get beat up together, and I'm supporting him. And soon I got beat up, he stole my phone. So I said I got phone, and I tried to steal it. So this is Ricardo. This is what's going on. This is what Trump said, he appoints Ricardo as because I have evidence against Trump for the people in this casino. And the Nigerian embassy refused to help me. I guess they're afraid that Trump will find a bomb in Europe. But since I cannot help you with money, not even they don't want to talk about this. It's like they're stealing my passport, stealing my book, and the Nigerian government wouldn't have to do nothing. They're hoping if they let me die, the American government will bribe them with money for being good, quote-unquote slaves, wired slaves. But they said during slavery, the good slaves, the disobedient, will get rewarded with extra food. So even if Nigeria has all money, they want to serve the good slaves again, say nothing. So this is human trafficking, this is the Nigerian government pursuing human trafficking. And denying me my passport, and because my passport was stolen, I need a new passport. So I can reapply to get my green card back and it's going on to my police. So I'm being held captive. Because without an ID, you can't get nothing done on the law. They always deny you everything applies for. Fighting, then I love you for family food. You have to eat it for life. I understand the life we talk when it was stolen, when the police arrested me. you know,
This is a Bronx-bound
this is what is
2
going
train.
on.
The next stop is Fulton
You
Street.
know,
Stand clear of the closing
you know,
doors, please.
so there are hate groups this Ricardo is part of. They set me up as an African. I used to use a blanket to cover my face, so they stole all the blanket and gave me a white sheet. So I was using the white sheet to cover my face in front of Ricardo office. So I didn't know as a Nigerian they would interpret as KKK. And then Ricardo had the police arrest me, choke me, steal my green card and everything. And I went and boast about it. Say, you outsiders, you know, go back to where you came from. You're not welcome in America anymore. So when the police would arrest me in front of his office, you know, when I tried to use the bathroom, of course, it was the borough president around 2019. And the police would chase me out of the bathroom. I was noticing they would let the black Americans remain in the bathroom. It's only me they would remove. You know, so I'll go in front of Eric Adams' office and be saying, please welcome us immigrants. I would say, in Iowa, the election undocumented immigrants have driver's license. I would say in Ohio, the election Nigerian become mayor. I said, please welcome us immigrants. And then the police arrested me, locked me up in the side porch for a quick on. On a day close to my mother's birthday, January 12th. Sorry, but it's Tuesday. My mother was born on January 19th. And he got away, watch and make fun of me. After I had the police steal my green card, steal my sister card, said, go back to Ohio, go back to Iowa. Said, no welcome in New York. You outside, you're not welcome. So you come here from Ohio and Iowa and try to take over New York. I said, we are the ones that belong to New York because our family have been here for generations. So stop trying to take over our neighborhood. You know, and some of the black Americans were clapping. So I'm a victim of hate crime. I'm a Nigerian, and they're using reverse discrimination against me, whereby some of the black Americans that are in power don't let me get nothing. So my green card has been stolen, all my deeds stolen. I'm living like a slave. If I dare use the bathroom, they try to beat me up. On Fulton Street, I was using the bathroom, and this woman chased me away. I said, don't ever come into the bathroom. I'll fuck you up, nigga. You know, she was Jamaican. So they said some Jamaicans and Caribbeans hate Africans. So we Africans sold themselves to slavery, and they're going to revenge. So please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. It's so cold in America right now. I don't have my ID. So they deny me shelter. So please donate money. I have a photocopy of my green card I can use to rent a hotel, but hotel is so expensive. So wherever you're watching my video, help stop hate in the world. Black on black hate, white on black hate. You know, somebody set me up. You know, I used to beg for money in front of Eric Adams' office, who was borough president, downtown Brooklyn. So I'm not using the cold weather. I'll cover myself with a blanket as I'm begging for money. So they stole all my blanket and gave me a white sheet. So then I started covering myself with a white sheet begging for money, and then they started beating me up everywhere. Sent the police to arrest me. You know, so they set me up due to my ignorance. And Eric Adams was boasting about it. So setting people up, so because they're not aware of your culture, and you know, and Eric Adams has been boasting about it. And anytime the police would join in to attack me, I would say, please stop discriminating against me. I'm an immigrant. I said in Ohio, they welcome immigrants. And Nigeria just became a mayor there. I said in Iowa, they welcome immigrants. They're giving undocumented immigrant license. And then the police arrested me, took my green card, took my everything, locked me up in the psych ward. And they were making fun of me in the psych ward. You know, and I kind of went and post about it weeks later. Said, go back to Ohio. Go back to Iowa. You know, we're tired of you outsiders coming here. I think we're going to welcome you. So we're not going to welcome you. New York is for people that have been here for long, for generations. And the New York Times and all the newspapers said, Eric Adams made a statement insulting white. They thought it was insulting white. It was me who was insulting us. So you have to photocopy of my green card. That's all I have left. Before my mother was killed here in Manhattan, she was a U.S. citizen for me. So please donate money to my Cash App so I can use this photocopy to rent a hotel room. Hotels are so expensive in New York. They cost $100 a night. So please help stop hate, black on black murder, you know, and all kinds of justifications for hate. This Eric Adams needs to be arrested. He's inciting the police to arrest Africans. I said he used to send the police to Canal Street. They would slam the African selling bags on the floor. And they'll call you piece of shit, you know, and they'll come to the bathroom, Pier 25 bathroom, tell people, black Americans to lie on me, that I'm robbing people in the bathroom, and the police will try to arrest me. You know, the frustration. And Trump is now rewarding Ricardo. He's now sending immigration to arrest these Africans. You know, because I have evidence against Trump also. I used to gamble in this hotel in 2011, and they sent the police in charge of this hotel, didn't give me the money I won. And the U.S. Congress, Senator McKelly from Arizona said they found evidence Trump did that to a lot of people who wouldn't give them the money they want. And they said they want to investigate him. So Trump is colluding with Eric Adams, and they're trying to arrest him, get them deported or killed. So I won't be allowed to testify against Trump. So this is collusion. Even the federal prosecutor was telling the judge in the case against Eric Adams, federal case, bribery by Trump. And even the Turkish government used to send Turkish citizens to be calling the police on me around 2019. Said as I'm charging my phone in front of the restaurant on 36th Street and 4th Avenue. You know, and if they call the police officer, it's a crazy somebody standing in front of the sidewalk charging their phone. And the police will come out and tell me, you're not the one, you don't want to stand. And the police say, look, I go online and study the rights of the Christian America. And I say, don't just want to do it, I never. They're calling you. Because the person, you know, the thing is how they kill blacks under Jim Crow. They're just like this, that black person. So the number one word Eric Adams said is calling people and feeling them to call them crazy. But Eric Adams was helping the police call them crazy and kill them. So this is how they kill blacks, they call them crazy and kill them. And Admiral Berry also, in Georgia, the whites that killed him said he was acting crazy. They were following him around, you know. So, and this Eric Adams said they should be calling homeless people crazy. So it's a bad term. And they used to link to even Michael Jackson said, when they were calling some Michael Jackson, they knew they were going to kill him. So anytime they start calling a black person crazy, that black person is not going to live long. So I as a Nigerian, this evening Eric Adams started it again last year. As I was telling the judge, they shouldn't free him, he's trying to get me killed. Even the Turkish government is helping him. And the judge dismissed the case because Eric Adams' lawyer said, you know, Trump wants the case dismissed and Trump is not bribing. You know, that it's just based on, you know, moral grounds or whatever, they lied to the judge. And the judge dismissed the case. And the recorder came and posted about it. So some of you Negroes was referring to me as a Nigerian as a Negro. Say want him gone, say you're crazy. We'll see about that. And they've been trying to drive me crazy. Even near Ricardo's office, somebody put an ad. As soon as I get off the elevator on Wall Street, you know, the elevator, the lead outside, there's an ad there. On the poster said, drive him crazy, drive him mad. I was wondering about my girl. But some of them used to insult me by referring me to as a man. You know, the bathroom. Some people are aware that Eric Adams is setting up a lynch mob to kill African immigrants. And because black lives don't matter, they allow black on black killings. They say even the slave master would hire a black slave to whip other blacks and give the black slave more food. They said that the Turkish government used to give Eric Adams a lot of food and bring him to Turkey. And they said, you know, they need access to the American economy and they believe in those are the important people. And they said Eric Adams even got the building the Turkish embassy built, a skyscraper building that was a fire hazard. He got the fire department to bypass the law and approve the building, and this one Eric Adams arrested him. So, you know, because that would have caused a disaster if a fire broke out in that building, because it's in a very dense, populated building. It's in an area with all kinds of skyscrapers, and any fire would disrupt traffic and stuff. So, you know, so they're turning New York City to the Wild Wild West, where blacks are like Eric Adams are leading the crusade to kill foreigners under this Trump immigration policy. So MTA, Inspector General, they're using the MTA for terrorism. They don't let me use the bathroom, and they lock up the bathroom early. They used to leave the bathroom open 24/7. Now they lock it up at 7 p.m. Around 9 p.m., somebody defecated on the Atlantic Avenue train station platform. Mizani, I think they call it Mizani, near the elevator near the entrance to the elevator that leads to the 2 downtown train. By the staircase, some people were stepping on the doodle, on the staircase like this, but at the Mizani, And I was telling people, don't stop putting that doo-doo. People ignore me because they think almost about crazy. And people step up like, oh shit, I was recording everything. And since then, the NYPD has been surrounding me, calling me you fucking guy. And stealing my blankets, stealing my stuff. So the NYPD is helping a lynch mob that has been targeting Africans through Eric Adams to kill. They're using the police to arrest Africans selling stuff on Canal Street. And none of the African embassies is saying nothing about it. This was coming on.